without you. I know where you've been, where you are, where you're going. I know you're the reason I believe in life.
Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I decided to do an eyebrow routine, tutorial, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my eyebrows with the Brow Wiz, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and this is in dark brown. So I'll be doing one eyebrow with the Brow Wiz, and then I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my brows with the Dipbrow pomade. So again, one eyebrow is just going to be the pomade, and then this one will be Brow Wiz, whichever I decide to do. And basically I'm just going to show you how I grew my eyebrows and how I just do my eyebrows in general. So yeah, let's just jump right into the video. Okay, so to start off, I do brush out my eyebrow hairs. I just brush them up, and I do have some bald spots, which I hate, but I would say that my eyebrows are pretty full, because I know that some people hardly have any eyebrow hair, so I do have some. I just do have some spots that need to be filled. So once I'm done brushing them, I just brush it with this spoolie brush. I'm pretty sure this is for mascara, but I use it for my eyebrows. And then I also use this little brush that I got. I have no idea where I got this or when I got this, but I've had this for so long. So basically, when I'm going to trim my eyebrow hairs, I like to use this to just brush it. I feel like I have more control with this as opposed to the spoolie. But I use this brush as well if I'm going to trim. I'm not going to trim them yet because I do want to pluck out some eyebrow hairs. So first, I like to use this little razor. You can get this, like, I think it's a 4-pack or 3-pack for $1. And I like to just shave off the little hairs above. Sorry for the dogs barking, but I'm just gonna have to deal with it. So now that we have some of the hairs shaved, and I know people don't like to shave, but this is how I do it. If you'd prefer not to, then do it your way, but this is my way of doing it. So I like to pull out any hairs that don't belong, and be careful because I used to over pluck. I'm pretty sure I still do. So now that I've plucked out the hairs that I don't want, I'm going to use this, and I'm going to just brush my hair the way, like my eyebrow hairs, the way that I would, well, the way that I want them, and then I'll just trim any hair that sticks up. I just realized I have a bald spot right there. I don't know how. Okay, so I know you're not supposed to use these scissors, but these are the only ones that I have, so I use these. I used to have some, but they broke, that were like meant for my eyebrows, but they broke, so I use these. Just be careful if you're gonna use, you know, scissors like me. And I basically just line it up right here, and I go forward and I cut the hair, and that's pretty much it. So now that I have them brushed, oh, and I forgot to mention that this is also in dark brown. Before I start filling them in, I like to carve out my eyebrow into the shape that I want them to be. So I like to use the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Concealer, and I use this little Morphe brush, and I just grab some off of the little applicator, and I start carving out my eyebrow the way I want it to, like the way I want it to be shaped. And I usually bring it down because I'll normally just use that as my primer. So using this, I'm gonna just blend it out. If I don't like the shape, I will still fill in my eyebrows, but I'll fill it in the way I want it to be, and then I'll just carve it out again. usually I'll just keep carving out my eyebrow with concealer if I don't like how the shape came out. But I don't really have a problem ever. So usually when I'm having bad eyebrow days, then yes. But I think we should be fine. Okay, so for this eyebrow, I'm going to use the Dipbrow. And again, it is in dark brown. And for this, I'm going to be using an angled brush. This says, I got this off of eBay for $1. It says it's a Tarte brush, but I'm more than sure it's not. If you want it to be better focused, this is how it looks. The tip, and then it has a spoolie as well. So I'm going to use this, and I only dip a little bit. If I feel like it was a lot, I'll rub it on the back of my hand and then I'll just, go from there. But we should be fine with this. I always start from the tail. I'll start from here. Always apply with the light hand. I know that this, like if you're doing this for the first time, it can be a little hard and your eyebrow will look a little harsh. But when it comes to this, don't dip in so much. You can always keep building it up if you want your eyebrow to be darker. But yeah, don't use a lot in the first time because trust me, you're going to hate it. So it's going to look really chunky. So I start filling in this tail part like I said, and I will connect it. If it looks like that, you can always fix it with concealer, like if it, or I like to just wipe it. Whichever works for you. So like I said, I'm just going to fill in this part. So I'm just going to keep dipping it in and then keep building it up. I don't like to put a lot. Usually I will by accident, but then I'll just like brush it out. But if you're barely learning how to fill in your brows with these type of products, with just any brow product in general, it can be a little rough, and it'll look very thick, if that makes any sense. So always use a little bit and then just build it up if you want it more darker, because trust me, once you have all that product on there, it's going to be so hard to actually blend it in. So just keep building it up. So you see how it's starting to get darker. Recently I've been liking my brows to look a little bit natural, so if it's not like, too dark or too, because I know most girls like to darken up their brows, but I like to go for that natural look. It depends on my look actually. Sometimes I will go for a little bit darker look, but usually it's more of a natural. Well, I try to go for natural. So now that I have this, I'll just start brushing it and then bring that product forward. Start bringing it forward. And then I'm going to keep dipping it like I said. Now I'm going to start outlining the bottom. Okay, so for this part, I don't know if you guys can see, but there you can see where I drew the line, obviously. So for that, before you start filling in your eyebrow even more, start brushing it up so that when you apply more product, it doesn't look too harsh. And if you need more guidance, like if you're kind of like, oh, I don't like it, just keep applying concealer and you can always keep fixing the shape of your brow. That's what I do sometimes when I don't like the shape. I will put more concealer and try to try to get the shape that I want. Concealer helps out a lot, just saying. So now I'm gonna start going up more with the product and just keep blending. Once you guys get the hang of how you to do my brows, it doesn't take so long. This will take less than 10 minutes. Well, actually it depends sometimes, but once you get the hang of how to do your brows or how you like them, it's really easy. Literally takes less than 10 minutes. This part I will dip in a little bit more because I like to have that full look on top, because I don't know if you can tell, but I have I don't know, missing hair in this area, probably because I shave it all the way down, but no, it's really hard to get hair in this area for me, and I don't like those spots, those missing spots, so I like for that to look full as well. So I will start from here and I will start drawing that line. We'll start to outline it, and then I will bring it down. I don't know if, depends on how you like your brows, but I always like this part to be darker than this part. So this part will always have more brow product than this part. And then for this, I'll just start blending it out. And when I blend this part out, I like to push that forward so it blends in nicely. So usually when you're dipping it in and you grab like a big chunk, just put that on the back of your hand and just mess with it so you don't get too much product on the eyebrow. And I don't know if you guys can see, but I have like a little part right there that like has missing hair, and I hate it so much. So I like to darken up that part because I truly hate it. And then I like to just keep outlining. And then lastly, whatever's on the back of my hand, I'm just gonna trace this part. Alright, so now that we have our eyebrow pretty much done, I'm going to carve it out one more time just because I need to make sure that, you know, it is the shape that I want it. So, and then just bring it down, and that way it's easier to blend out. So where's my blending brush? So now that I have it down here, it's like easier to bring down. You don't have to mess it up. For this part, I'll just blend in the concealer to this front part. And that's how I do that. Now I'm gonna carve out this area. I don't really like to have a long little tail, so I try to fix it. I just feel like it's unnecessary. I don't like it. I like for it to be short. This part takes a lot of concentration, so I'm gonna try. And for this part, I hold my brush sideways, so it's not flat, it's to the side to have a more precise outline. And then for this top part, I'll just blend however. Okay, and then lastly, to set it, I'm going to use the Maybelline Great Lash. And that's it. That's how I do my eyebrow with the Dipbrow pomade. And I feel like it looks really nice. I really like how it comes out. I just don't like that this part, sometimes it's a little too light, so I can go back in and that's how I do my eyebrow with the pomade. So let's move on to the Brow Wiz. I've already brushed this brow out because I mean you guys already seen how I trim it and everything. Let's just hope that I can get the same shape. Alright, so I'm going to use the Brow Wiz for this eyebrow. And I like to brush my eyebrow hair before I begin with the little spoolie that it comes with. And then for this one, I'll just roll it up a little bit. And then for this, I'll just start off from the front part. I'll basically start filling in my whole, not my whole eyebrow, but like this area, just because like I have troubles with this eyebrow. I feel like I hardly have any hair with this. I feel like I hardly have any hair on this brow, so I like to fill this one in this area a little bit more, and then I'll just start going down. Alright, and then I'm gonna start brushing this. You see how for the Brow Wiz there's hardly any harsh lines, because I feel like this one blends in a little bit more nicer, filling in the top part. And I start from here. And for this one, I don't blend it forward. I like to fill it in. Well, I kind of do sometimes, but I just like to bring whatever's down here, I bring it up. I don't know, I do my brows different with like depending on the product. Alright, before I finalize the brow, like if I decide whether I want it like this or not, I'm gonna just outline it before. So I kind of messed this one up a little bit. So very gently and lightly, I'm just gonna fix it. Since I'm done with this brow, I don't know, are they the same? I feel like this one's more dramatic than this one. I could be wrong. So these are the finished brows. I don't know, let me know. Do you guys think that this one's more dramatic than this one? Because I low-key feel like this one's more dramatic than this one. I could be wrong. But I do shape them differently. I feel like they're differently shaped, maybe? No, I don't know. They look different to me though. I like both of them. I usually do my eyebrows different depending on the product. With eyebrow powder, I have not used in so long. But if you guys... Okay, so if you guys have watched my previous videos, you guys know that I was obsessed with the NYX cake powder. I always use that. I used it for everything. And I've had the Anastasia before, and I finished it and I never went back to get it. I've only owned this twice, I think. This is the second time I've bought this before. And it was just because I love the NYX cake powder, and now I don't even touch it. I feel like, I don't know, I like these better. They're just so much better. They look kind of scary because I don't have any makeup on, but this is how I do my eyebrows. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this little tutorial. I hope that it's really short because I'm trying to make my videos shorter. I'm still learning how to edit, and especially on my laptop, I'm trying to find like cool things to, just cool things to add to my videos. But I'm still learning how to use the laptop, and I've had it for quite some time now. I just have to Google everything if I want to learn how to use it. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you guys do try to do your eyebrows with any of these products, or if you guys do your eyebrows the same way as I do, just tag me in any of your makeup looks on Instagram. We can come up with like a little hashtag or something so I could see your guys' look, or even Twitter or whatever it may be. But I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. 75 subscribers, by the way. That is insane. I know that's a little bit, but it's a lot for me because I hardly go on here and post, which I really need to work on it. But I'm trying. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching and for all the support. I really appreciate it. Bye.
But I don't wanna cry, I don't wanna cry anymore.